Have you ever heard Michelle Obama curse? Keep it real with us,
No.
Ashanti. Come on.
No.
Ashanti sent birthday wishes to former First Lady Michelle Obama on January 17th, and not just a cute Instagram post either. She publicly praised Michelle as one of the best First Ladies we've ever had, and casually dropped that she and Michelle had a great conversation. Now pause right there, because that alone already tells you Ashanti is in rooms a lot of people don't even know exist. The receipts are pretty straightforward on the surface. Ashanti posted birthday love to Michelle Obama, acknowledged her legacy, and mentioned that instead of sending something extravagant, she chose to send flowers. Her exact logic was basically, what do you buy a first lady who already has everything? And see, that's the part that feels small but actually isn't, because this wasn't about flexing money. It was about respect, awareness, and understanding symbolism. Flowers aren't cheap, but more importantly, they're thoughtful. And that message hit different. Now, let's talk about the context, because Michelle Obama isn't just anybody. She's a cultural icon, a political figure, a best-selling author, and still one of the most admired women in the world. Ashanti aligning herself publicly, warmly, and confidently with Michelle Obama isn't random. This wasn't fan behavior. This was peer-to-peer energy. And allegedly, when celebrities move like that, it's because they've already established real rapport behind the scenes. It really makes you wonder how long Ashanti and Michelle have actually known each other, because Ashanti didn't speak like someone who met her once at a gala and took a photo. She spoke like someone who's had meaningful dialogue, like someone who's exchanged ideas, laughs, maybe even personal reflections. That's a whole different level. Let's be real, everybody can post happy birthday, but not everybody can say we had a great conversation and mean it. And then Ashanti tied it back to health, lifestyle, and legacy by referencing Michelle's famous drink more water message, which was a major part of her public health advocacy. That wasn't accidental. Ashanti was showing that she actually listens, that she understands what Michelle stood for as First Lady. That's no light work. That's cultural literacy. That's awareness. That's someone who knows how to honor a woman properly without overdoing it. What stood out to me is how Ashanti didn't center herself in the post. She didn't say, look at me, I know Michelle Obama. She centered Michelle. She centered gratitude. She centered admiration. In a world where celebrity shout-outs are usually performative, this felt grounded. And if this is true, it's very concerning for critics who still try to box Ashanti into just nostalgia R&B, because clearly she's evolved way beyond that narrative. There's also something to be said about timing. January 17th, Michelle Obama's birthday, and Ashanti choosing that moment to publicly affirm her respect says a lot about intentionality. Ashanti didn't need press from this. She didn't need controversy. She didn't need clicks. She shared it because it mattered to her, and that's rare in celebrity culture right now. Now, y'all already know how the internet works. The moment this post went up, people started talking. Folks were in the comments saying things like, okay, Ashanti, we see you, and that's grown woman energy. And honestly, that's accurate. This wasn't loud. This was classy. This was subtle power. Ashanti didn't shout. She whispered, and everybody still heard it. What a lot of people don't realize is that moments like this quietly reshape a celebrity's public narrative. Ashanti didn't just wish Michelle Obama a happy birthday. She positioned herself in a lane of women who are respected for more than entertainment. This is how legacy building actually looks. It's not always speeches or awards. Sometimes it's who you acknowledge, how you acknowledge them, and whether that acknowledgement feels authentic. Ashanti's message didn't feel strategic, it felt sincere, and that's why it landed. Let's be real, Michelle Obama represents discipline, class, intellect, and cultural impact. When someone like Ashanti openly praises her and highlights personal interaction, it sends a message that she values wisdom and growth. That's no light work in an industry that often rewards messiness more than maturity. Ashanti has clearly reached a point where she's comfortable being seen as a grown woman with substance, not just a hitmaker from the early 2000s. And here's where it gets deeper. Ashanti's been married to Nelly, raising a family, navigating fame differently, and you can tell her priorities have shifted. This birthday message fits right into that evolution. She's aligning with women who symbolize stability and impact. It really makes you wonder how many conversations Ashanti has had behind closed doors that we'll never hear about. Conversations about motherhood, balance, and surviving public scrutiny. Another thing people glossed over was the flower choice. Flowers are symbolic. They represent appreciation, growth and life. Sending flowers to Michelle Obama instead of something flashy showed emotional intelligence. Ashanti understood that Michelle doesn't need things, she deserves acknowledgement. That distinction matters. It's the kind of choice someone makes when they're grounded and secure. Fans also connected this moment to Ashanti's own messaging around wellness and self-care. When she referenced Michelle's drink more water mantra, it subtly showed alignment in values: health, longevity, and self-respect. That's the era Ashanti is in now. She's not chasing headlines, she's cultivating peace. And honestly, that scares people who thrive off chaos. If this is true, it's very concerning for critics who still try to paint Ashanti as passive or outdated. She's moving intentionally. She's choosing when to speak and what to amplify, and that's power. Quiet power, but power nonetheless. We've seen celebrities burn bridges by chasing relevance, but Ashanti is building bridges instead. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think Ashanti's connection to Michelle Obama elevates how people should view her legacy? Or do you feel like celebrity praise doesn't really mean anything anymore? But moving on to the bigger picture, okay you guys, so this also says something about where celebrity culture is headed. Audiences are tired of constant drama. They're gravitating towards authenticity, growth, and emotional intelligence. Ashanti tapping into that energy at this stage in her life feels intentional and refreshing. And before I wrap this up, if you've been rocking with Gossip Eyes and you appreciate this kind of real talk, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we don't just chase mess, we break down what it actually means.